Actually, we can get started, guys, because it's already 7:32 here. That means 2 minutes above the scheduled time. So we can get started. Um, yeah, so today is the daylight saving end date for Germany, and I think also for other countries, whichever observes the daylight saving thing. And now we have a difference of 4.5 hours between Germany and India. So earlier it was 3.5 hours. Yeah, so that's one update from my side. So does anyone else have any updates from India or regarding your job seeker visa or anything else?
Anup, I think I'm just joining this session for the first time.
Okay.
I've
So welcome.
been, yeah, I mean, I've been part of the Discord community for a long time, but 3, 4 months, like I was not in the mission of searching for jobs in Germany. So I've just resumed the process again.
Okay, okay, cool.
Yeah. Anup, I have a little bit of doubt here.
Mhm.
I've started my journey as a mainframe developer. But
Okay.
in the meantime, as per the firm's demand, right, and priorities, I have transitioned my career into a business analyst. And right now, I have a lot of overlap between business analyst, data analyst, and business intelligence to my. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so I mean, I can work any of these three tasks, right? I mean, that is how my roles and responsibilities are scattered now.
Mm-hmm.
But when I try to search for jobs in LinkedIn, when I look for data analyst positions, for business intelligence positions, right? So what I feel is there are a lot of applicants already applying for those kind of roles, either at a mid level or a senior level positions. I can see a lot of applicants. So that's a little bit demotivating for me. I mean, do we need to consider that as a factor, or that's
Mm-hmm.
not a factor actually? I mean, what's your take on that?
Okay, so first of all, welcome to the first meetup for you. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, and regarding your role, I'm not sure if this is a purely business-oriented role or are you also into development or coding, stuff like that?
Like the data analyst and the business intelligence roles, it's kind of coming up with the dashboards, having a lot of, I mean, you clean up the data using the Python libraries
Okay,
like Pandas,
okay,
for example.
okay. So
Yeah.
in that case, do you have interactions with people? So do you have to do some interaction with maybe the business guys or the C-level guys? Or
There can be. I mean, there can be chances if I'm taking any senior role, there can be chances of I'm interacting with the stakeholders. Yeah.
okay, okay, cool. And when you say you have seen people, a lot of people applying to these jobs, are you looking into LinkedIn premium statistics?
No, I mean, I haven't opted for a premium, but I just when I go and look at the job descriptions, right, I can see there is already 40 people, 40 applicants, or 50 applicants
Okay.
already present. So I'm just wondering whether the folks at Germany, the companies at Germany, will they be interested in taking the folks from Germany itself? Because I see there are a lot of people who are applying from Germany itself. So just
Mm-hmm.
a question here, do we really need to worry about that, or if we on the right skill sets and if we are the best fit for the job, can we expect a call?
Yeah, sure. I would say just try to apply to these jobs and see the response yourself because I'm not fully into, I don't fully understand your job role and how this works in your particular industry.
Okay.
But what I can suggest you is try to apply to some of these jobs and see the responses that you're getting. But I'm sure that for the initial 5 or 10 applications that you apply to, you will not receive, most probably you will not receive any response. That's not just for you but for almost any case, right? So even for me, if I apply to 5 or 10 jobs, it's very hard to receive a response from these employers because there are a lot
Right.
of people applying. So it's not
Yeah.
like there are more applicants in your particular job, that's why you're not receiving any response, but it's more like it's more about the job match with your role and the description of the job. um,
Oh,
but I would say do not worry about these numbers. So even if there are a lot of people applying, I think if your skill sets really match with the job description, then there is a chance that you might get a call.
Sure, Anup. I mean, and if you're not sure about my job profile, I mean, I think you have interviewed with Pratyusha, right? So data
Yeah,
analytics. Yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, my role is kind of similar, aligns with
Okay.
her role. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so why not? If she can get a job, then you can also, because
Yeah,
she
I mean,
knows
the one thing is I
Germany.
have spoke to her as well, but the problem
Mhm.
is she tried a job from Germany itself. I'm just wondering if someone cracked from India.
Yeah, I think that is possible because she was here on a dependent visa, I believe, and that's why it was much easier for her. Of course,
Right.
because once you are in Germany, it's easier for you. But
Hmm.
it is also possible from India because, yeah, employers are open to hiring from other parts of the world as well.
Right, right. Okay, great.
Yeah. But it's just that there are some employees who are not really willing to, but there are more employers nowadays who are willing to hire from other parts of the world.
Okay.
So
Sure,
just keep
Anup. And
trying.
you urge to take a LinkedIn premium for while applying? I mean,
I would
can we do
say,
that?
I think there is still some 30 days free plan for LinkedIn Premium, right? You can just give it a try.
Okay, okay.
So when you are fully prepared and you think that you can really, want to try to get a job, then you can maybe apply for a 30-day trial
Mm-hmm,
and utilize that 30-day to the full extent. I mean, LinkedIn Premium has a lot of features, like you can also learn, the LinkedIn learning platform is there, right? So you
mm-hmm.
can learn a lot of things there.
Okay, and I'm sure we'll try that.
Yeah, sure. I hope this helps, and yeah, good luck.
Thank you.
So anyone else, guys, please go ahead. Any other questions? Anything
Hello,
else?
Anoop. Good morning.
Hey,
Anoop,
hi,
my name
Sri.
my name is Sri Anjaneyulu. I'm a native place Hyderabad. Actually, I'm
Yeah.
just working in Kuwait
So
as
is
a
it
IT
okay if I just
administrator.
call you Sri?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, fine.
Yeah. Hi,
Mm,
Sri. Yeah.
yeah.
Please go ahead.
Actually, yeah. Actually, I'm working in Kuwait as IT administrator.
Mm-hmm.
When I see, Stepstone, this Glassdoor, there are many jobs I'm applying, but there is no response from there. And I'm planning to apply job seeker visa from Kuwait. Actually, it takes long time, like 3 months, and they're asking German language also in embassy, German embassy. They mention language also.
Oh, okay.
I started learning, but my plan is if I go to India, from India I can apply. Um,
I believe you can, but you might have to provide some, the address proofs, and also I think
yeah,
you
yeah.
have to
I,
be there
I have all address proof, like Aadhaar card, everything in India.
Yeah,
Even
but
my
you said you
passport
are
also.
working in Kuwait, right? And
Yeah,
if
since 2012.
yeah, but I think there is a mandatory requirement that you should be staying in that particular address for 6 months or so.
Okay,
But
okay.
but you can check this with the consulate because I'm not 100% sure, or you can also check with Pradyumna in our group, in our Discord channel, if you don't know
Okay,
about him.
okay.
Yeah.
Uh, okay, and I'm applying many jobs. Maybe my CV is 3 pages. I mentioned because there are many roles I have. That's why I put 3 pages CV.
Ah, okay.
Maybe because of that I'm not getting calls.
Not really, but I would suggest you to keep it to, maximum of 2 pages because that's the standard.
Hmm.
Yeah, and if you have a lot of roles, even then you can reduce the description to maybe 1 line or 2 line for each of these roles. So
Okay,
just put
okay,
the keywords, okay? Don't write long descriptions of what you did. So maybe just 2 or 3 lines maximum.
okay.
And also
Even cover letter also.
you can also
Hmm.
reduce the personal information if you are giving that in your CV. So like
Okay.
just your email ID and yeah, that should
Hmm.
be enough.
Less, very less.
Yeah, exactly. You can also
Yes.
go through the sample templates we have on our website.
Yeah, yeah. I see. I joined there. It's
Okay.
very good. Yeah. And
Mhm.
one more doubt actually. My friend is in Germany. If he provide a obligation letter,
Mhm.
no need to no need to show the amount for that money 6 months. There is bank balance, blacked account.
Yeah, I think the blocked account is still a mandatory thing, right? So, but I'm not sure. So, as I have never applied for a job seeker visa, I came to Germany on a normal employment visa. So, I'm
Mm.
not 100% sure on this. So, the person who can reply to your question is Pradyumna. So, I would suggest
Yeah.
you to ask these
Mm.
questions in the Discord group.
Mm.
And I can also tag Pradyumna there so that he can answer there so that everyone can get to know about these answers.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
One
so
more.
you can post this question in the job seeker visa channel we have.
Okay. Okay. And the time also we can up, if you apply from January month is better compared to now, compared to November, because December is holidays.
Yeah, exactly. I
If
would
you apply,
say coming to Germany in the month of around maybe March is better because even February is too cold here. Then you have to,
mm,
have all those clothes and expensive, right? So that's
okay,
why I'm saying. So if you come
okay,
on a winter, sorry, in summer
March
during,
month.
yeah, after
Mm,
March, then I think it is less expensive for you, easy to travel, and companies are
okay,
also all working. So maybe something which is positive,
okay,
right?
okay, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you,
What's the
Anoop.
lead time to get the visa or something like that for the appointment? Any 2 months or 1 month?
Your voice is breaking, Anthony. Can you be a bit
You're
louder?
able to hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah,
Hello,
yeah.
can you hear me?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. What is the lead time? Like 1 or 2 months to get a visa, job seeker visa? Any guess? Any maybe any understanding on that?
I think it's depending on the current situation nowadays. I'm not sure even if the job seeker visa is opened. I
Mm-hmm.
think in some of these cities it's opened again, right? But not 100% sure. But earlier, I think it was like a couple of weeks, 1 or 2 weeks, and nowadays it's more. But you
Okay,
can
so
check with VFS or the consulate,
okay. Yeah, there is a site where I can check
the
uh,
status.
the status, which states it is open, right? It is currently allowed. I can check.
Okay, so if you have that website URL, are you saying that you have already seen a website or are
No,
you
no, no, no. I'm just asking. Is there any website I can check where the which all states it's open for the visas?
I think
I'm
in
not
some other
sure.
community, what I've seen is in South India, it has been not open like in Chennai and in Bangalore, but in some of the north cities, right? So the job seeker visa is already open and the people started applying for it.
Yeah, so
In
is there
Mumbai.
any website, Sriram, where we can actually check this?
I think there is an, I think mostly VFS Global would be the authentic one to check.
Yeah,
Let me
yeah,
check
yeah.
there, sir.
Understood,
Let me check
understood.
there.
Yeah,
If it's, I will just check and update on that.
Right. And
yeah.
then for each and every cities, right, I think you will have a separate page. Like in Chennai, you have a separate page, like a Germany website itself. So maybe we can check that.
Yeah, makes sense. So I think VFS Global would be the best place to go and
Yeah.
check.
So as per understanding, 1 month should be max, right? Is what we
Yeah,
should
if
be looking
if
for.
if the visa processing is happening, then I would say 1 month should be enough in that case.
But what happened is there are people a lot of in the wait list. I mean, that is what I
Uh-huh.
think. I mean, in Chennai, what I did is I have been enrolled in the wait list last year itself, but I haven't heard back from them. So it's like it's based on every city and what's the wait list, how many candidates are applying for it. Based on that, the time may vary. But
When you applied, when you applied, Sriram?
like around in 2020, I'm not sure whether they consider all those wait lists, but I've just got a confirmation mail that your job seeker visa is waitlisted. I mean, just an application, like I've enrolled for it. I mean, once they have the appointment, then they have mailed me the dates. I need to go there, appear, and submit all the documents, and the visa processing will start.
Yeah, so when I say
So,
1 month, I mean from the date of your appointment till the
Mhm.
date you get the visa. So that's the 1 month I'm talking about. So if you do not
Oh,
have an appointment, then of course you are added into a wait list, which might take maybe years as well.
okay. And
Yeah.
Sriram, you applied on 2020, which month? Like the last quarter of the year, or
no, I think almost around June, July,
oh,
something somewhere like that. I just came through that. See, that the same waitlist process is not in Bangalore. but I saw that process only for Chennai. Okay, I mean, I'm not sure why there is a gap between, but in order to be safe, I just applied and I have put that waitlisted slot as well. Not sure whether they are going to revert back or not. So if whenever the Bangalore starts, right, I prefer applying in Bangalore because I stay nearby Bangalore. So
Yeah. And I would also say that don't rely on this waitlist thing because they might have,
yeah,
removed all of those. So
correct.
it's better to apply
We
again.
can't rely on that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cool. So anything else, guys?
Anup,
Hi.
once, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. You can proceed. I'll ask later. Next,
Sure.
next.
Anup, I mean, within your network, right? I mean, if you get any guys, if you met anyone like related to data analyst or business intelligence,
Mm-hmm.
so it would be better if you can have an interaction with them and let us know what are all the expectations from the employer, like the tech skills and the interview process. I mean, better of a mid-senior level, something like that, that would be really helpful, Anup. I mean, whenever you meet someone.
Yeah, sure. I'll try to because my company right now is a startup and they are not into yet into the data processing stage.
Okay.
So we are
Okay.
still collecting the data and maybe after some time, maybe after a couple of years, maybe they will start
Mm-hmm.
it. So maybe then I'll
Okay.
have more insight into it. But right now, yeah, my company is at least not doing this data part.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure,
But
Anup.
if I come across someone who is into this, then definitely I'll try to speak with that person.
Sure. I mean, you are situated in Berlin or in Munich?
Yeah, I'm in Berlin right now.
You're in Berlin. Okay. Sure,
Yeah.
Anup. Yeah.
And try to apply to companies in Berlin because here a lot of startups are coming up and yeah,
Mm,
it's really
mm, mm.
easy to crack in Berlin as compared to other cities.
Yeah, a lot of expats start their career in Berlin, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But also look for salary ranges, okay? Don't settle for a low salary which where you cannot survive in Berlin in that case.
I mean, will 60 be fine, Anup?
Depends if you're alone, then yeah, I would say yeah, 60 is fine. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, then. Yeah, let me first check the process, how it works.
Yeah, sure, sure.
Thanks.
Anoop,
Yeah,
Anoop,
Sri.
This is Sri again. Actually, I have completed my graduation in 2009, but I
Uh-huh.
started working 2012, from 2012, like 2013. 2012, but I don't have experience letter. I start from 2013, still I'm working till now, but I don't have experience in between 4 years, 2009 to 13. Do they
Okay.
ask in a visa embassy time or in Germany, if I come to job seeker visa, they will ask this 4 years?
I think the criteria is that you should have at least 5 years of experience in the IT
That one, okay.
industry.
But the
That
gap 2009 to 13, I don't have any experience letter.
yeah, but
And I
last
did,
5 years you have experience, right?
yeah, correct. 2013, I have present company I'm doing.
Yeah, that's fine then. You are already meeting the criteria of last 5 years of continuous experience. So
Okay, okay.
that should be fine.
Cannot.
And I
Okay.
think even companies here, they don't really care about your, previous experiences like 10 years before what you did, because I was also into mainframe testing, I think 6 or 7 years ago, and
Hmm.
they don't really care about those things. They just want to know what you did in your previous company, the last company that you worked
Okay.
for. That's the main thing.
Okay. Uh, even if from my present company, I can take if I take the employment certificate, like what are the roles I'm doing in my company.
Hmm.
That is that good for applying for jobs? Is it we can get easily that calls from the companies? Like what are my roles? If I get from HR department, like my if HR department, they will provide for example what I'm doing, my roles in my company, my
Hmm.
manager approval. If I get that roles, I can show them the companies. This is the roles I'm doing in my present company. Is it good for that? Anyway, resume we are keeping, but company with company they will
No, they
Uh,
don't really care about these things. So
uh,
just your resume and what you know, how you appear in the interview. So how you respond to their questions and how experienced you are in a particular skill set. So that is what actually matters. So a letter
this,
from the previous employer or something, I don't think that really matters here.
it's not mandatory.
No, no, not at all.
Okay. Okay. No, no, not mandatory. Just maybe in the pause, the calls maybe get more.
No, not really, because they just look at your
Okay.
resume and based on the resume only they are shortlisting. And
Okay.
maybe
Okay.
in the
Maybe.
final round, they might want to do a background check or something. In that case, maybe it's helpful, but otherwise, no.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you.
sure.
Anup, and one final question from my end. I mean, do you
Sure.
really think that there is an ATS system for shortlisting the resumes? I mean, the company use or
Um, I'm not sure about this because I think in Germany, companies they don't really get a lot of applications, and I believe
Mhm.
the companies, and the startups, they don't really rely on the ATS, and they have these HRs, right? So they manually go through, skim through these resumes,
Okay,
and
okay.
yeah, if it's a bigger company, then of course they will be using some softwares. But if it is a smaller
Mhm.
startup, then they definitely have people, or the HR can go through all these applications and manually schedule the interviews.
Sure. And Anup, so how to shortlist these startup companies? Like it's based on the count of the company, like 1 to 50 or 1 to 200, something like that.
Yeah, the number of employees, I think you can shortlist based on that, and also the founding year as well. So when the company
Uh-huh.
was founded, and
Okay.
maybe also based on their this how do you call it, the investment made on this company, so their funding.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But these information are usually available on LinkedIn, I think. Yeah,
Oh,
LinkedIn has all these informations.
right. Cool then.
But I
Sure.
think filtering the company based on these information is not yet available. I mean, at
Mm-hmm.
least based on the funding, it's not possible. But you can
Yeah,
definitely
it's not
go through.
possible even with the employee count as well.
Yeah, but if you have a premium subscription, you can see all these details on the company profile page.
Oh, okay. Sure. And so, because what do you suggest? I mean, I have a one-pager resume, like wherein I have a very minimal information on the personal details and very crisp and skill sets, some keywords added to the one-pager resumes like that.
Mhm.
So, will that be fine, or do you still? Or I mean, I know there is no, they don't see any Europass format or the normal format. There is no
Yeah,
nothing like that, right?
yeah.
So still a two-pager normal how we share our resumes in India will be fine, Anup, or
Yeah, so I can tell my experience. So I always used a two-page resume. I never had a one-page or a three-page resume. So that's my
Mhm.
experience so far. And
Okay.
companies, they don't really care if you have one-page resume. The main point here is you should list down all your skill sets and all your keywords
Mhm.
should be there. So companies usually look
Okay.
for keywords in your resume, right? So
Right,
even
right.
if it's a human being or is it a software, it doesn't matter. They look for keywords. So
Mhm.
if the keywords and your skill sets are matching with the job description, then definitely it's a plus. So I would say keep it maybe 2 pages, describe your
Okay.
job details a bit more, and try
Right.
to include more keywords based on the job description that you are
Mhm.
applying to. So I would suggest you to modify the CV for each
Right.
application.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure, Anup. And somewhere in our thread, right? So you said that we are gonna start reviewing the resumes, all those stuffs, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
when
That's a different platform that we are planning to build, but it's
okay,
still in
okay,
progress. Yeah, definitely
okay,
that will be coming soon.
okay,
I
Anup,
also
sure.
like to get my CV as well as my profile, LinkedIn profile.
So Anthony, are you saying that you would like your CV and
Yes,
profile to be
yes,
reviewed
yes,
because your voice is
yes,
breaking
yes.
in between? Okay,
Yes,
okay, got it.
yes, 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 yes.
Yeah, sure.
But because like you have the experience, you have the know-how there, how it's
Yeah, and I was also part of the recruiting team here in my current company for some time. I was recruiting for the backend engineers. So
Mhm.
I also know what they are really looking for.
That would be really great help.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
And Anup, so do you have any positions for DevOps, Anup, in your company?
There was one, but they already hired one person, and it's like a contract job because they wanted to set up the whole pipelines and everything for the first time, and then maybe they might continue with that person, but I'm not sure about that. So it's not
Okay.
a full-time job, right? So DevOps is for startups. It's like creating everything, and then it's like easy,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's
Okay.
not like development. So DevOps is more like, yeah, set up everything for us, and then maybe we will see whether to continue with you. And it's something that startups, they think it's something extra that they have to do.
Hmm. So
So it's
once they
not
have
like
the
a daily
pipeline, they
thing.
don't want to modify it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, good.
Yeah, Anoop, I'm Krishna here from Kerala.
Hi, Krishna.
Hi. Yeah, I'm actually posted one query in the JSP, thread. It's related to, actually, I am about a 40 plus years experience, 40 plus years old. And actually have 10 plus years experience in IT field. But my
Okay.
graduation is in Bachelor of Arts.
Yeah, yeah. I
So
saw
is
your
it,
post actually, and I wanted
yeah,
to
yeah.
comment on that, saying that I wanted to tag Pradyumna there because he is the right guy to answer that. So I will do that
Oh,
because I'm
okay.
not the
Thank
person
you.
to answer that question because I never applied for JSV. So maybe I
Okay.
might be wrong when I answer that.
Okay, that would be very good. Thanks.
Yeah,
Thank you, Anoop. Thanks.
sure, sure. So any other last questions, guys? Because we are almost on time.
Hi, Anum. This is Vinod here. Hope you
Hey,
can hear me, I
Vinod.
guess.
Yes,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. I'm from the South India, so in Tamil Nadu, basically. So
Mm-hmm.
we are just looking for the Java opening for my wife because
Okay.
my background is in semiconductor field.
Uh-huh.
So it's not suitable for here to discuss about this because basically I'm a IC package designing background of semiconductors.
Mm-hmm.
So we are looking for the job opening for my wife. So she's a background of Java. She's working as a tech lead in the some other company in India. So here,
Okay.
okay. So from our discussion, I have some 3 points in this listed in this. You said it's startup companies, so we can able to choose the startup companies. So
Yeah.
in what basis we have to choose the startup companies? Because you said this LinkedIn account and other stuff, but in some of the countries like UK, so they
Mm-hmm.
have listed the company who they can able to provide the sponsorship because
Mm-hmm.
all the startups companies doesn't have their sponsorship providing, correct? So they have some listed, correct? They have some eligibility to provide the sponsorship. So is there
No,
any
no.
government
So
site?
in Germany, actually, the
Okay.
startup companies, they don't really have to do anything in order to hire someone from outside of Germany. So there is only
Okay,
one
great.
thing that they have to do, which is called the ZAV. So this is basically
Mm-hmm.
getting a confirmation from the employment agency. I don't know what exactly it is,
Mm-hmm.
which is a government body in Germany, and
Mm-hmm.
they just have to create a new application saying that we were looking for, say, a Java developer in Germany,
Mm-hmm.
but we couldn't find a Java developer, so we are hiring so and so person from India. So this ZAV
So
document is only the thing that they need.
so they can eligible to directly provide a blue card or a work permit.
Yeah, exactly. So if your
Uh,
salary is eligible for blue card, then you can also get a blue card in that case.
oh, okay. So there's no any eligible or any listed company over the because in UK they have listed the company in government side itself.
No, no,
So
no.
they have a
Any
listed,
startup can
not
do
like
this
that.
here. Yeah.
Oh, sounds really great in this.
Yeah,
At the same
exactly.
time, at the same time, you said it's Berlin. It's a good place to searching that. So
Yeah.
for family, so how much you suggested for the that what we can able to
Yeah.
expect the
So the
packages we
only
can handle.
problem is if you are a bachelor, then you can stay in shared apartments here. So the rent is really low in that case. But if you're a
But
family and if you're husband
exactly,
and wife, then it's
and
two
daughter
rooms.
as well.
Yeah. So you need at least two rooms, and if you have kid, then you need at least three rooms. Okay. So if you're looking for a three-room apartment in Berlin, it's a bit expensive. So it's like above 1,000 euros. So around 1,200 to 1,500 euros in.
Unfurnished. You
Sorry.
mean unfurnished? You mean unfurnished?
Exactly, unfurnished, the long-term
Uh,
ones.
okay, fine.
Yeah,
So how much we can able to discuss with the salary package? So minimum level of.
it actually depends on the company, so whether they are able to,
I can understand.
actually hire you.
Uh,
Yeah, but
yeah, I
I
can.
would say, sir, I would suggest you to go through Glassdoor, and there you can
Mhm.
search for the average salary in a particular industry, in a particular skill set. And
Mhm.
based on that assumption or the information you get from there, you can quote your salary to the employer, I would say.
Okay. Okay, fine. Sounds
They
good.
also have citywide information. So for Berlin, the average salary is different, and for Munich, the average salary is different. So based on the city, also you can quote the salary.
Yeah, yeah. Also at the same time, Bavaria, those are all most of the MNC companies present over there, right?
Yeah,
So something
yeah.
is different in both cities. Is there any separate channel for us for the job announcements, like any list of jobs, anything in our group?
Not really at the moment. We don't have any job announcement kind of channel, but yes. So as part of the GIC Plus platform that we are building, we will definitely have
Okay,
something for this job referrals. So the idea is people who are already coming to Germany and settled in Germany, they can refer people who are in India using this
okay.
platform. So that would be really helpful.
Exactly. Thanks for that. The last one thing is, I just approached that LP persons like Pradyumna and then Ravi. So because they already mentioned that they have opening for the Java openings, correct?
Yeah,
So they are
exactly.
in their company. So I just approaching with the Ravi. So maybe he's recently only relocated, right? So I cannot
Yeah,
able to catch him properly. If it is possible, please, is there any, because he's also background of Java, correct?
yeah,
So
yeah,
we
yeah.
can able to easily cracking the company which they are looking at. At the same time, Perimuna is indently mentioned the Ravi's manager is willing to take outside of people, is very willing to take the outside people of that, right?
Yes, yes. I'll
So
try
if
to
they
get a
have
hold of these guys and maybe have a live Q&A with these guys so that you can post your
exactly,
questions.
I just want she my wife also want to share the resume to cross check with whether it's eligible or something, what we have to do in the modifications,
Mm-hmm.
everything. So that's the reason I personally chat with Ravi, but
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately he is newly relocated, right? So
Yeah, yeah,
obviously
yeah.
he facing
He's a
so many
bit
things.
busy. Yes, of
Yeah,
course.
obviously. So maybe if you have any chance, so
Yeah,
anyway,
sure. I'll give it a try and I'll try to talk to these guys. Yeah,
yeah, if possible. Okay.
sure, sure.
So, thanks, Anoop. That's it my side. Hope.
Okay, cool. So I think, guys, we are already on time and do you guys have any other question, important question that I can answer? Otherwise, it's done for the day.
I'm
No?
good enough.
Okay,
Thanks for your
cool.
time.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining, and hope to see you next week. Have a great
Thank you.
weekend.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Anu.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Bye.
thanks, Anoop.
Thanks, Anoop.
Yeah. Have a good day. Bye.